Hello, welcome back to the channel. This is Maverick here with episode 2 of Fire Force Season 2. So, last episode was the long-awaited reunion with members of the 8th and etc, right? So, we got a little bit of a reintroduction to them, let them show off their abilities a little bit, get everybody reacquainted, right? So, not really much happened story-wise in order to push the main story forward. I'm expecting us to actually get into the meat of the story in episode 2, and particularly perhaps we will learn a little bit more about what happened in the aftermath of the events of season 1. You know, did they actually redouble their efforts to search for the Ashen Knights and whatnot? Did they have, I don't know, did they do further research? What's happening to all the companies of the fire forces, the fire soldiers? They had some traitors as well, so how is that going to affect everyone, right? So hopefully we will be getting into that in this second episode. I don't think we need to really introduce anything more. We are already acquainted with them now. So, without further ado, let's get right into the episode. Alrighty, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Alright. Well, what was it called again? Eh? Dang, I forgot their slogan. Alright, whatever. Yeah. I seem to recall it. A fire defense agency. Still don't quite get the distinction between Adilla Links and Adilla Burst and whatnot. But, hopefully. No. Alright. The 4th, eh? Oh yeah, so... So let me think a little bit. I believe 1 through 3 were originally from... Oh, wait, no, wait. 1 is aligned with the church, right? And then 2, 3, I believe, are aligned with the military. So the 4th is aligned with the actual fire agency. And the rest, I kind of forgot. I think one of them is, or 2 of them are aligned with the corporations, right? A specific corporation. And of course, the 8th is a little bit special in that they are investigating everyone. But who watches the Watchers? Latum. Wings of Special Fire Soldier Training. Oh. Alright. Come on. No, I think everybody knows what he's trying to say. Aren't you guys actually here on business? What is with this guy's problem? Normal firefighters are pretty beloved by the public. So I'm guessing the general public also like the fourth a bit more than the other fire companies. Well, that wasn't ominous at all. That's not any difference. Who's talking? What? Is this the result of him actually falling into some sort of Adela burst or link from the captain? Oh, was that supposed to be Iris? Yep, that was him. Like, 2 years ago. Ah, the Holy Soul. Yeah, there we go. I kept forgetting what exactly the church was called. Is there a difference? The hell? Huh, they're all being controlled somehow? Or hypnotized or whatever? Oof. And now this one as well. We're gonna get an all-out battle between a lieutenant and Shinra. Oh, it's a she? Ah, so it's this girl. Alright. Well, thank you for explaining things to us. Come on, snap out of it, Shinra. This dude. Why is Offer here? Really? Damn, Offer has some pretty slick instincts. Maybe beat the crap out of him. Oof. Oh, that was close. So here's the knight. All right. Oh, damn. Shut. This lieutenant. What? Oh, I guess they'll talk. Damn. Yeah, he works on the power of imagination. Huh. We're actually going through offers. Huh. We're actually going through offers backstory. Okay, so okay. The power of imagination and self-hypnosis. Okay. Damn. This is back when they were still in training. Oh. Nice. And revert. Oh, that was cool. Kicking yourself, kneeing yourself in the face. Alright. That's actually ridiculously hard to do. Bye bye. Harper? No. And there we go, alright. Apparently. I do think in this case, though, probably it's just the ending and preview. If there is some more, I'll see you guys. If not, well, see you guys after this. Alrighty, so that was episode 2 of Fire Force, and in this one we go and take a look at the remaining Fire Force company that we haven't seen yet, the 4th. Now, since it is set up directly underneath the actual fire agency and whatnot, I do have a feeling that they themselves are probably in the they're in the green, let's say. So don't really have to worry about the people within the 4th perhaps falling to the side of the Ashen Knights or something like that. I feel like it might just be a prejudice of mine, but I feel like typically in these kind of works and whatnot, the firefighting forces, the firefighters, are typically considered mostly on the good guys, right? They never get involved into any of the politics or into any corruption or stuff such as that. So you would think that it would apply here as well. So even though these are like special fire forces, but I mean the original fire department, or whatever you want to call it, is mostly on the side of good, right? So even though the captain is certainly a bit weird, right? He has his masochistic tendencies, which you really wouldn't really think of if you just look at him and his design and all that. But he seems like a pretty good guy, right? And all the people in the 4th seem to be pretty good guys as well. So, unfortunately, we didn't really continue too much with the main story. So, yeah, the Ashen Knights showed up again, and so on and so forth. But it was basically just an episode where Shinra was going berserk, right? And I guess the other thing that we really gain here is Offer's backstory and as well as taking a look at his abilities and how he's keeping up with Shinra. Which came as a little bit of a surprise, I guess you could say, because during the first season, you definitely have a feeling that Shinra has completely outpaced his peers when it comes to developing his abilities, right? And I thought that he would completely wipe the floor against Offer and any of his contemporaries, if you will, and only being able to be stopped by people who are of lieutenant or captain rank. But it seems that Offer is keeping up just fine. Not really sure if it's just because Offer himself innately has this strong ability. Alright, they mentioned that when he's in his delusions and whatnot, he is at his strongest. So, you know, a very special kind of power-up, if you will. Or it's just a case of this Shinra wasn't the actual Shinra, he was being possessed, so he couldn't really utilize his full capabilities and whatnot. And I suspect it's a little bit of the former, a little bit of the latter as well. Offer does indeed seem to be this kind of guy who has like unlimited potential, if we will. Except that from day to day speaking, he's probably going to be outpaced by Shinra. And it was quite nice seeing Offer for once get the upper hand, right, and being able to beat around Shinra a little bit here. So good on him to actually turn the tides for once. And yeah, and honestly, even though I keep on saying that I do like to go into this series with more analysis, more discussion parts and whatnot, I feel like still with the second episode there's not really too much to talk about. So they did mention that there is this new, apparently someone called a pillar, which is someone who is able to be linked with an Adola burst or whatnot, whose flames consist of an Adola burst, right? But I'm not entirely sure if this is going to be an entirely new character or it's going to manifest itself in one of those that we've already met before, right? And not to mention, like, what actually constitutes being able to utilize an Adola burst, right? And what constitutes being able to utilize an Adola link? These still aren't really explained yet, so it's very hard to make a guess as to who it will be, right? No, you could just go for anybody who is maybe a little bit stronger or something. So, like, say for instance, Offer, I guess Benimaru would also be considered to have really, really large powers, and I mean all the captains probably do, and so on and so forth. Heck, it could even be Tamaki, if you will, right? And wouldn't that be funny? But yeah, even though there is this revelation here, I don't really see a way that we can try and predict who exactly it is when we don't even know the specifics of the Adola link, of the Adola burst, and what exactly constitutes making a pillar, right? So yeah, that was, and I mean, sure, we were introduced to a new enemy and whatnot. It is what it is. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode. Not really that much else to talk about, so hopefully in the next one we will actually be getting to the main story, which we probably will. They're probably going to try and search out who this new pillar is, who is this new entity who can call upon the fires of an Adola burst, and then try to recruit them to their side instead of it falling to the other side, right? So there we go. That's it for episode 2. I'll see you guys next week as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.